Hey there, friends. My name is Tree, and welcome to Infinitecraft. Infinitecraft. I don't know. I played a game back when I was younger called Little Alchemy on my phone. It was a lot like this. I think you take two things and you put them together. You put them together, and then they make something. But this one is infinite. You just put things together forever. So let's make some shit. We got lava. I forgot what I did there. Put some wind on the lava. It becomes a volcano. But I put another one on there. It becomes a mountain. It becomes a mountain range. And then it becomes a mountain again. Storm. Avalanche. There we go. No, that's a volcano. Foot lava. It's an eruption. It becomes a volcano again. What if we erupt a mountain? It becomes a volcano. I'm a dumbass. To clean it up, put fire to it. Water and fire that makes steam. Put two steam together that makes a cloud. Put two clouds together that makes rain. But if I put a fire on it, it becomes rainbow. Put more fire on it, it becomes rain. Put wind on it, it becomes a storm. Put earth on it, and it becomes a tornado. And it becomes a hurricane, which becomes a flood, which becomes the ocean, which becomes the sea, which can become. Why am I not allowed? There we go. Steam. Okay. Let's just put a bunch of things here and just mix them all up. We got a lake, an island, a canyon, and it's gone. We made a unicorn, and that's about it. I made another island. Son of a bitch. Okay, so let's get a lake. We've made Atlantis. Put a canyon on it. We made Poseidon, and then we made a mermaid. And now we've made a narwhal, and then we made Ariel. And we made a princess. And then we made a prince. And then we made a king. We made a castle. And we made another princess. Then we made a palace. Put the ocean on it. We made Atlantis, put a narwhal, we made Poseidon, and we have gone completely. Oh, we made a siren. How did we do that? Can I make siren head? No, I made a mermaid. Put an island. Nope. The lake. Nope. Just start mixing random shit. I made love. Give a prince love. He becomes a prince. You give a prince love, and he becomes trans. Okay. Look, we made royalty. I made a princess. Bitch. We have to give love to royalty. No. No. What if we kill royalty? Oh, it becomes a queen. Royalty. Queen and a king become love. And we can make a heart. Put love and a heart together, we get a Valentine. Give Valentine to a royal. No, okay. Give it to a mermaid. No. Burn the mermaid. It's fucking gone, alright. Let's get a unicorn. Let's get a princess and put them together. We made a fairy. Give the fairy a heart, it becomes Tinkerbell. Give Tinkerbell a siren, and it becomes a mermaid. Son of a bitch. We put them together. Oh, we made Peter Pan. And they're in love, apparently. And then they became Valentines, and then they became a mermaid, who then became Atlantis. What the fuck is happening? Let's flood the earth. We got mud. Which made clay. Which made bricks. Which made walls. Which, wait. Put some flame on that brick. It makes a kiln. Put more flame on it. It makes pottery. Put some mud on that. It becomes a vase. Put those together. And we get a pot. That comes back to pottery. Put flame on the pottery, it becomes a vase. We made ceramic. Just clean it all up. Put rain in the earth. We've made life. Okay, well, we made trees. That's good. A tree and flame. Makes a pine somehow. Which makes the pine cone. Which... What? What is a kiln? Put a fairy in the forest, it becomes an elf. Take those two, and they're elves. Give them love, maybe? It becomes Cupid. And then they turn into a fucking heart. So you give that to them, and you do this. What if I get royalty? Makes a prince. Okay. What if I do that? Makes a princess. Okay. Castle. Earth. No. Ocean. No. Fuck. I got rid of my earth. No, I wanted that back. A castle in the jungle? I made Tarzan. It's gone. We do this. I made love again. Oh, I made a wedding! I made love again. And I made marriage. And then I made divorce. Oh no! What if we put royalty and divorce? It becomes a queen. None of this makes sense. Okay, let's put divorce and Cupid. Alright, that did nothing. Wedding, divorce. That turned into marriage. Okay. What about marriage in the jungle? It's a wedding still. Tarzan. We make Jane. Two Janes make Janes. Two Janes make Janes. Janes in marriage make Jane. Jane in Earth makes Tarzan. Tarzan and Jane? Nope. Nope, it's gone. Jane, Tarzan. Make the jungle. Divorce the jungle. We got a gorilla. With a gorilla, we can make... Divorce the gorilla, and it does nothing. Because, no, it comes to jungle. We made Janes. Put those together. They don't go together. Okay. I made Kong. I made King Kong. And then I made him back to normal. What if we give him to James? Now we have a donkey. How the fuck did I get to a donkey? Okay, and how did... What? A donkey and a gorilla became a monkey. Who became an ape. Who became Jane Goodall. Who became an ass. Who became a mule. Who became a donkey again. I made another donkey. A sinus. A sinuses. What if I put them together? It makes a mule again. Nope. Two donkeys make a mule. A sinus makes a donkey. Put them together and they make nothing. Okay. I thought I was really getting somewhere there. Oh, we made Donkey Kong. We made that. And then we made Diddy Kong. And now we, just get rid of that. We got Janes and Jane. Can we make them marry? No, I made them Janes. What about Janes and Janes? That makes Janes. Janes become Jane Goodall, become chimpanzee, which becomes ape, which becomes monkey, and it goes into the bin. ass. Give Jane an ass and she becomes an ass. What if we give Cupid an ass? It becomes a centaur. What if you give the centaur a centaur? It becomes a centaur. What if we give it more ass? It becomes a donkey. Too much ass. What if you give an elf ass? It becomes a donkey. What if we give the prince an ass? He becomes a donkey. Okay. What if we give a castle an ass? It becomes Donkey Kong. What if we give them the mermaid an ass? It becomes Ariel. And then it just okay. If we give Poseidon an ass, it becomes a donkey. Everything becomes a fucking. I made 2 asses. Fuck's sake. Just fill the screen with ass. Let's put steam on an ass. We made steamroller. How the fuck? And then I made How the fuck did I get from steam and an ass, steamroller to pancake to burrow? Who the fuck's burrow? And now he's a donkey. How the fuck did I get pancakes from adding a fucking steamroller? And I made flat? How did I make a pancake? A crepe. I made another pancake. I made cake. I made birthday cake. Give the birthday cake ass, it becomes a donkey. What if we put birthday cake and cake together? What if we put birthday cake and crepes together? It becomes a pancake. So if we make it flat, birthday cake, birthday pancake. Give it ass, it becomes a donkey. Get rid of it. Make it flat. Steamroll that shit. Nope. Give it to a centaur, it becomes a table. How on earth have I made a table from ass? How have I done this? Give cake ass and it becomes a donkey. Give the donkey a table, it becomes a desk. Take 2 desks and give it ass. We got an ass set. Get another ass, we make another donkey, get rid of it, put the desk on the asset, we make a clerk. With a clerk, we can give them flat and they become a clerk. 2 clerks become a clerk. Clerk with an asset becomes a cleric. A cleric with a clerk is a clerk. Clerk with a desk becomes an office. 2 offices become an office building, which becomes a bank with that other thing that was there. Give it some ass, it becomes assets. Give them to clef, and it becomes more assets. Just turn everything into assets. It turned it into a bank. It became a donkey. You can't have too much ass, you see. Narwhal. It becomes a unicorn, and then it goes back to... What if we give a canyon ass? Fuck. I got rid of all my ass. I don't remember where... Okay, there we go. A steamroller with ass that made a pancake. What if we give money to that? It's an asset pancake. What? What if we give ass now? It just won't. Can't even put it together. Office building plus ass, I think. Okay, it became Donkey Kong. Does that make sense? What is going on? How much fucking pancakes did I smoke today? Put the pancake and the crepe together and it becomes a crepe cake. Put a cake on that and it becomes a crepe. Put it into ass, it becomes a donkey. Throw away the donkey, give ass to an... I made an asshole. Give money to it. It became a banker. I made a river. And then I made a lake. And I made the ocean. What if we give an asshole ass? It becomes a donkey. What if we give an asshole another asshole? It becomes another ass. Okay. Give it river. How? Give the politician money. Bankruptcy. I made Donkey Kong by giving bankruptcy to an ass. None of this makes sense. Absolutely none of it. Put a desk. 2 assets. Asshole. Rich. Make ass rich. It becomes a prince. Make politician ass. It becomes a donkey. Make politician rich. He becomes corrupt. Make corrupt. Oh, I made richer. I made richest. Richest corrupt. I made Trump. And then I made the president. If we make an asshole rich, it becomes Trump, which becomes the president. 2 Trumps becomes Trump. If we make him bankrupt, we got 2 presidents then. No? Okay. What if we get a cleric as the president? It becomes the Pope. Can we make 2 popes? We got the Vatican. What if we give the Vatican ass? It becomes a Pope. which then becomes a Catholic. Give that a Catholic ass, it becomes a donkey. Get a politician. Put the Pope and Trump together. Put the Vatican and Trump together. It becomes the Pope. Put the Pope and the Pope together. It becomes Vatican. Put the Vatican becomes Catholic. Just fucking. Just grab a bunch of my fucking things. And let's just start mixing. I made Donkey Kong Country, a banana, birthday golem, office monkey, Dixie Kong, a caravan, graffiti, art. Wow. It's just ass sitting here. All this is just here. What if we make art with art again? A masterpiece. 2 masterpieces become? We'll never know. Try it again. Okay, I made art. A masterpiece becomes art. Art becomes a masterpiece. What if I make a masterpiece of a caravan? It becomes Silk Road. And if we put that with art, it becomes silk. And with silk, we can make clothes. Yes, cloth. We can then make clothes. No, we make a tent. And put that on the road. It becomes a caravan. Put 2 tents together, and it becomes a house. Finally, with houses, we can put silk together and do a tent. We went back in time. 2 houses becomes town. And we put the town together. It's gonna become like a city. Put the cities together. It becomes metropolis. Put a town on that. It becomes city again. We made megalopolis. Office monkey. Megalomaniac. Give them silk, and they become an emperor. And with a house, it becomes a palace. Make the emperor an asshole, and it becomes Trump. Fuck off. Give an office to a megalomaniac, and it becomes a dictator. Put that over Megalopolis, and we get a megalomaniac again. I made Trump. 2 dictators. It made war. With 2 wars, we have battle. With 2 battles, we have war. With war and a megalomaniac, we have Hitler. I've made Hitler. And then I made Stalin. And then I made Russia. And then I made Stalin again. And now I made Moscow. And now I made the Gulag. I made Stalin. And the Gulag makes Siberia. Which then becomes the tundra. Which then becomes ice. We get snow. We make a penguin, 2 penguins, ice and penguin becomes an iceberg for some fucking reason. I made a tuxedo, and then a waiter, and then another tuxedo, and a waiter, and a tip, and ice. It's gone. Russia, it's cold. Russia's I made vodka. I made a martini. I made James Bond. Give him a tuxedo. He becomes 007. Give him a tip. He becomes back to James Bond. Give him a martini. He goes 007. Give him a town. Just give him war. He became a fucking tuxedo. If we put 2 tuxedos together, we make a penguin. I made an arrow, a bow, a crossbow, bolt. I need bow and arrow. Archer with a bolt is arrow. Archer and a bow becomes an arrow, really? Archer and a crossbow becomes a sniper. With a sniper, is this how we make guns? I made lightning. I made thunder. Make 007 strike him with a bow. Nope. James Bond. I made Cupid. Don't give James Bond a bow. He'll become Cupid. Vodka and a bow. Sniper. Thunder. Zeus. Two Zeuses become thunder. A Zeus and a bolt. It's lightning. Zeus and lightning is thunder. Sniper and that is Zeus. Sniper and that is Apollo. Apollo and this, that. And then I made the sun. And now that I have the sun, I made the sunflower. And with the sunflower, I can lightning that and make the sun again, which makes this, that. Just fucking, I made, what did I even make? I made a spy. With a spy and a sniper, we got an assassin. With two assassins, we can make a ninja. And with the ninja, we can give him a sunflower, and nothing happens. Make him Zeus. I made the sun. Give him the sun. He became solar. I made a star. I made the galaxy. I made a black hole. I made a wormhole. Can I make God? Wormhole and galaxy makes the universe. Universe, and that makes Satima. Two of those makes nothing. The universe makes God. I've made God. I've done it. Give him a son. He became an angel. Two angels? Can I make, if I give him Satimia? So we got God, give him the universe. He became creation. Give him another one. And now we have God, creation, and an angel. I made Jesus. I made Christianity. I made Catholic and Pope. You know what? Okay, that's cool. Maybe give me some ideas for this game to actually try and do something other than sit here and screw around with it. We got pretty far. You know, we made all this shit here. A lot of shit. Go away, Clay. Let's make heart, love, and let's get God and Christianity. Heart with Christianity becomes Jesus. God and a heart becomes an angel. And I made God again. I made Jesus, I made love, and I made an angel. And I made dark matter. Okay. Yeah, that's that one. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, that stuff, you know. Leave a comment. Give me some ideas on what I should try and work for in this one. Because I think that's how this might work. I'll try and combine things to actually have an overall goal. Yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Until next time.